exercise. Talbos tayo. Habang nagkakape. Ang ulam natin ngayon, munggo. Add natin ang ampalaya. At ang ulam natin ngayon, ampalaya at malunggay, mahal. Oh, hindi sa akin yan. That's not mine. Yung gloves. Hindi sa akin yan. Hindi ako yan. Hindi ko ginagalaw yan.
Hi, you are currently being recorded. are currently being recorded.
Ampalaya. La 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 la. Ah.
currently being recorded.
Ay, sarap mag-golf ulit. Malunggay, mahal, oh. 4.
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
Malunggay. La 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 la.
Hi. You are currently being
Hi.
recorded.
Saan ka hospital?
I'm working. I'm school.
Oo, okay.
Hi. You are currently being recorded. are currently being recorded.
Cells counted in a total of 8 squares is 50. Then what is the WBC count? If a WBC count is performed on a 1/100 dilution and the number of cells counted in a total of 8 squares is 50, then what is the WBC count? 6,250. In a direct antiglobulin test, what is being tested? Patient red blood cells against reagent antisera. Which intestinal runworm migrates to the perianal skin to deposit embryonated eggs? Enterobius vermicularius. Lowest acceptable hematocrit for allogenic blood donors. 38%. What is a mature virus particle containing a nucleic acid core surrounded by a protein coat with or without an envelope called? Virion. Which term best describes the gene inheritance of most blood group systems? Autosomal codominant. Component not involved in the alternate pathway. C1. An increase in indirect reacting bilirubin is suggestive of which condition?
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
Hemoglobin breakdown. Best describes a weak positive reaction. Microscopic clumps, cloudy background. All of the following regulate calcium levels except which one? Aldosterone. Technique that is the antiserum applied directly to the place using strips of agarose or cellulose 8-taint. Immunofixation. When performing a microhematocrit, where should one read the percentage of packed red blood cell column from a microhematocrit reading device? Below the Buffy code. What is the most frequently acquired inhibitor in hereditary deficiencies? Anti-V. Enzyme prevents detection of antibodies of which blood group system? Duffy. Differentiation of T cells occur. Thymus. Spore-forming cells in bamboo pole arrangement are characteristic of which organism? Bacillus anthracis. Predominant in body secretions. IgA. Which of the following serves as the absorbent in the fluorescent treponema antibody absorption test? Treponema pallidum, Rider strain. Which disorder is associated with an enzyme defective aerobic glycolysis?
Hi, you are currently
G6PD
being
deficiency.
recorded.
Why should hemolyzed serum not be used for total protein analysis? Hemoglobin is absorbed at the same wavelength protein in the reagent. How is Mycobacterium tuberculosis best differentiated from Mycobacterium? Niacin and nitrate tests. Which one of the following is a stain for iron? Prussian blue. What is the most abundant hemoglobin in a newborn? HbF. In which disease state are the highest levels of aldosterone? Muscular dystrophy. While performing a platelet estimate using 1000x magnification, how many platelets are associated with a normal platelet count? 8 to 20. Which should occur when controls for complement fixation tests are used to check for anti-complementary factors? Hemolysis. Catecholamines are secreted by which one of the following? Adrenal medulla. Rapid antibody production to an elevated level that persists for a long time. Anamnestic response. Valinomycin can enhance the selectivity of which ISC electrode? Potassium. Which one of the following is not typically seen in the peripheral smear in megaloblastic anemia? Spherocytes. Which of the following is true of the PiCO2 electrode? The actual pH of the sample has no effect. Which test detects Rh sensitization of an infant's red blood cells? Direct antiglobulin test. The creatinine clearance test is based on which assumption? Creatinine passes into the ultrafiltrate. Diagnosis of von Willebrand's disease can be made from all of the following test results except which one? Decreased platelet count. What is the diluent used in the CMF hemoglobin method for determination of hemoglobin? Drapkin solution. All of the following organisms have been implicated in bacterial contamination of blood donor products except E. coli. Which of the following is not true of the Biuret reaction? Is relatively free from interference by lipids and hemoglobin. A patient is suspected of having a transfusion reaction. When shall the infusion be stopped? Immediately. Turbidity in serum is associated with the presence of which one of the following? Chylomicrons. Organism that produces ureas do what to the medium? Hydrolyze urea to ammonia. Bilirubin is converted in the intestine to which of the following substances? Bilirubin diglucuronide. Expiration date of blood preserved with CPDA1. 35 days. Why can untreated urine be used for the determination of urea by the diacetylmonixene method? The method is not measuring ammonia. The Philadelphia chromosome is associated with which leukemia?
Hi, you are currently
Chronic
being recorded.
myelomonocytic leukemia. Which organ primarily regulates the level of carbon dioxide? Lung. Not suitable medium for suspensions of red blood cells. Reagent grade water. The motocross match has been eliminated due to the implementation of which procedure? Donor antibody screen. All of the following specimens can be analyzed for carbon dioxide except which one? Urine. Which intestinal flagella trapezoid has a sucking disc, 2 nuclei, 8 flagella, and an isostyle? Giardia lemplia. Which coagulation methodology is monitored by a photoelectric system? Optical. If the interval between heating the serum for the VDRL test and testing exceeds 4 hours, how long should the serum be reheated for? 56C for 30 minutes. Immunoelectrophoresis is used to identify Bence-Jones proteins. Given the following lab results, RBC 3.01, HGB 9.4, HCT 27.5, what is the calculated MCH? 31.2. Precipitation reaction is converted to an agglutination reaction by increasing the size of the antigen. Indirect agglutination. Reed-Sternberg cells are diagnostic for which clinical condition? Hodgkin's disease. Which enzyme may be monitored in recovering alcoholics? Gamma-glutamyl transferase. What reaction occurs between the antibody and the antigen in the VDRL test? Flocculation. In the Whittle test, what does the O titer indicate? The antigen jaw is part of which blood group system? P. Bernard-Soulier syndrome is a platelet disorder that has what type of abnormality associated with it? Abnormal adhesion. What reagents are routinely used in forward grouping? Anti-A, anti-B. Which coagulation test is used to differentiate between a factor deficiency and the presence of a circulating anticoagulant? Mixing study. T cell acts specifically to kill tumor cells and virally infected cells. Cytotoxin T cells. Which one of the following is an acceptable anaerobic specimen? Body fluid submitted in a syringe. Contamination of the glucose reagent with catalase is a problem with which glucose method? Glucose oxidase. Which of the following media is clear so that colonies of mycobacteria can be examined microscopically? Middlebrook 7 hours 11. Mother passes an antibody to her fetus. What type of immunity does the fetus have? Naturally acquired passive immunity. What a commonly used screening method for the detection of HIV-1 antibodies? Enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay. Which of the following methods has a high degree of specificity when typing the herpes simplex virus? ELISA. The immediate spin phase is used to detect antibodies of which immunoglobulin class? IgM. What is the most common thalassemia in the United States? Beta thalassemia minor. The most commonly used polyspecific antihuman globulin reagent contains antibodies to which of the following? IgG and C3d. Which disease state is associated with an elevation of serum uric acid? Gout. WBC becomes macrophages. Monocyte. HIV infection is transmitted in all of the following ways except which one? Sneezing and coughing. IMBIC is a series of which of the following tests? Indole, methyl red, Voges proscar, citrate. Hepatitis vaccination for healthcare workers protects against which viral agent?
Hi, you are currently being
HPV.
recorded.
Which hormone is synthesized from cholesterol? Testosterone. Which coagulation factors are liable? Factors V and 8. Which term is used to describe the process of glycogen degradation? Glycogenolysis. Which of the following various causes acute central nervous system disease? Rabies. Which one of the following specimens is acceptable for the determination of total calcium? Heparinized plasma. Pancytopenia is the most commonly associated with which type of anemia? Polycythemia vera. Immunoglobulin in decreasing order in normal serum. GAMDE. A cherry-borne spinal fluid has 285 red blood cells counted in the 5 red blood cell squares after being deleted in an unopened. What is the calculated red blood cell count of? 1,425,000. Increased sensitivity of the indirect antihuman globulin test is achieved by using which one of the following? Albumin. Which type
There.
of selective media for Salmonella and Shigella uses bromidimol blue and acid
Stop.
fixin as indicators? Pectin and enteric agar. Which of the following will differentiate Listeria monocytogenes from coryn bacteria species? Non-modal and solution positive. Excluding anti-D, which antibody is most likely to be involved in Rh hemolytic disease of the newborn? Anti-C. Immune deficiency characterized by thrombocytopenia at birth. Wiskett-Aldrich syndrome. Which protein transports the majority of copper in the bloodstream? Cheriloplasmin. Rh antigen is the most immunogenic. D. Humoral immune response. Plasma cells. Percentage compatible with a patient who has anti-JK. 25%. What is the largest leukocyte seen on a normal peripheral blood smear? Monocyte. Creatine kinase is frequently elevated in acute myocardial infarction and which other disorder? Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. Good precipitation. IgG. Reactive leukocytosis is present when the absolute count of granulocytes reaches what value? Greater than 7.0 x 10^9 per liter. Another name for one-dimensional single electroimmunodiffusion. Rocket. How long must prospective donor with a history of malaria be deferred? 3 years after cessation of treatment. Cast seen in acute glomerulonephritis. RBC cast. Pretransfusion testing for autologous transfusion recipient. Albo-RH testing. Not used in blood bank procedures. Aldomit. Cytomegalovirus infection can be diagnosed by which of the following serological tests? IgM and IgG antibody test. What is the most commonly performed confirmatory method for HIV infection? Western blot.
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
All of the following statements concerning Rh antibodies are true except are frequently noted to be cold agglutinins. Substance is the most potent antigen. Proteins. What white blood cell is least often seen on a normal peripheral smear? Basophil. Which of the following organisms forms colonies that are embedded in the agar, giving a front egg appearance? Mycoplasma pneumoniae. What is abnormal variation in the shape of the erythrocytes known as poikilocytosis? What is the function of the enzyme methemoglobin cytochrome C reductase in a red blood cell? To keep iron in ferrous state. Statement is true concerning the rheumatoid factor latex test. Synovial fluid may be the source of antibody.
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
What is the purpose of potassium tellurite in telluride medium? Inhibits the normal flora. Factor 12 is most commonly activated by exposure to which one of the following? Subendothelium. Which of the following is true of the isoenzyme LD1? It is present in the highest concentration in the heart tissues. Myoglobin can be separated from hemoglobin by saturating the specimen with which one of the following reagents? Ammonium sulfate. Given the following, what is the anion gap? Sodium 145 mol L, potassium 4.0 mol L, chloride 100 mol L, bicarbonate 22 mol L. Which statement is true for the oral route of drug administration? Patient compliance is not always reliable. Human chorionic gonadotropin is secreted by which one of the following? Placenta. What are red blood cells that contain iron-stained granules termed? Siderocytes. What does the uricase method for uric acid depend on? Ultraviolet absorption at 290 nanometers before after treatment with uricase. Most effective agglutination. IgM. What is the purpose of antithymolysine in a complement fixation test? Sensitizes sheep red blood cells. A peripheral blood smear demonstrating an absolute increase in small, mature lymphocytes and smudge cells is suggestive of which clinical condition? Chronic lymphocytic leukemia.
You are currently being recorded.
Which of the following is a small, non-motile coccobacillus that grows in egg yolk sacs? Rickettsia. Which of the following statements is not true? In a urine culture, 102 microorganisms ml of urine is considered significant. What is the molecular structure in hemoglobin S? Valine replaces glutamic acid in the 6th position of the BETA chain. Which coagulation FMAILY is dependent on vitamin K synthesis? Prothrombin. Hemoglobinuria and hypotension are symptoms of which type of transfusion reaction? Hemolytic. What are the reagents used for color development in the Lieberman-Bouchard reaction for cholesterol? Acetic anhydride sulfuric acid.
Okay.
To calculate the reticulocyte production index other than the reticulocyte count, what other immunological parameter is needed?
Ano, na araw.
HCT.
Okay, let's go. Tayo magluluto na. Dito na ako nag-workout.
Iron
Akong gamit.
deficiency anemia.
Yan. Marumi, pero
Not a characteristic of
sa
COVID.
gamit pa. Yan na.
Are all designated on a list. For
Labs.
the ultraviolet range, which of these must be employed in the
Okay.
photometer?
One more banat, then
Court of that.
isang banat pa. Then
All are causes of permanent
I'm out.
donor deferral except which one?
last.
Hi,
Incarcerated individuals.
you are currently being recorded.
All of the following are considered potential for terrorism agents except which virus? SARS-CoV virus.
Ooh, ooh.
Which leukemia can be identified by a positive periodic acid shift stain?
Whoosh.
Acute lymphocytic leukemia.